Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dubbed Out coming to you guys today with a video that I hope you all can enjoy or at least take something from. And today we're going to be discussing the Aether storyline and some new evidence that the Aether story could be continuing, as well as why I personally think that it should end and how that continuing it could wind up leaving some loose ends in our story. We'll be looking at the events leading up to this possibility and how it could affect us. Now, to start this off, I just want to take us back to AW, IW, and World War II zombies for just a moment. And while each version definitely did have its fans, a large portion of the community were very vocal about how they didn't like them, thought they were bad, and overall being super negative about the game mode across all platforms such as Twitter, YouTube, etc., Twitch. Now, I'm not saying that anyone is wrong, but I do feel like a large portion of these people didn't give these maps or modes the fair chance that they actually deserve, but that's not for me to be able to know. Anyways, we look at these modes now, and we can basically confirm that we won't be seeing a continuation to these modes anytime soon. And that, of course, being if Sledgehammer Games really isn't making the next COD, which is safe to say is at least a possibility, and even if so, Cameron Dayton is no longer on the team, so therefore there probably won't be any more World War II zombies. Now, I would say about give or take, half of these people that were arguing against these modes were based their arguments off the sole fact that it isn't Treyarch zombies and that only Treyarch should make zombies. And, well, they got the mission done by being vocal enough, and it's quite evident that Activision heard the negative reception, or the PR teams, or whoever it is whose job it is to pay attention to these social medias and get the reception. Obviously, they saw the negative reception, and these ideas are more than likely scrapped in the boneyard. Now that we can all basically agree on that, let's go on and move forward to when BO4 came out, where the same people that were complaining that only Treyarch should make zombies have found a new complaint, and it's about the Chaos storyline. It has to be Aether now. I know it's too early to say what exactly is going on with Chaos, but we do have some facts and rumors, which I try not to base my opinions off of, but there was the rumor saying that Aether was going to be rebooted in the next Black Ops, so you can take that how you want, and we'll get down to the facts from there. Now, when we were first able to purchase the Black Ops Pass for BO4, we were told that we would be getting 4 DLCs for the Chaos storyline. Now, the Chaos storyline had almost the same reception as IW, World War II, and Advanced Warfare Zombies had to a lot of people, even though it's obvious that there were more people definitely open to give Treyarch's new story a chance. You still would see the same negative crap about the Chaos storyline and people not playing it literally just because it's not Aether. Obviously, the 4 Chaos maps isn't a thing anymore, as we've confirmed that DLC 4 will be Aether, and DLC 3 obviously was as well, which is good. Like, I love Aether, but has the poor reception to Chaos actually already destroyed it? Up until a recent interview with the Zombies team released, at least to me, it all seemed as if this was going to be the end of Aether, and Chaos was going to be the new beginning for them to work on. We have the cycle, which is a majority of the story. Then the real ending of the story is when we break the cycle. A recent interview with the Zombies team, though, has confirmed that this is the end for Ultimus, Premise, and Victus crew. But with the multi-dimension being established, there is room to create more story. I'll have a link to that article down in the description if you guys want to check it out. It is an interview with the Zombies team, and basically what this does is it leaves room for them at the very least to go back into the Aether storyline, as opposed to going on and continuing the Chaos story, which has unfortunately been shunned by a bunch of people and already seems like it may be scrapped in the trash. Well, now that that's all the way, you guys are probably asking me, Dub, why are you bitching about possibly more Aether, and what could go wrong about them continuing the Aether storyline? And honestly, it's quite simple, because these same people who have been complaining about IW, World War II not being Treyarch, and then they complained about Treyarch not working on Aether, they're just going to complain when they get this story that it's not the characters that they want. This isn't Ultimus, this isn't Premise, and they're going to just create another negative reception for the game mode, overpowering the positive people. And then what happens? Well, if history repeats itself, then we see that these ideas just get scrapped. They get thrown away and we don't see them anymore. And I know I'm not a fortune teller by any means, but this whole situation does seem probable. And then we would be left with more dead ends and unfinished story if we got a few maps for a quote-unquote like Aether reboot, and then they wind up scrapping it. Then we have loose ends in a story that has literally taken its time for so long to perfectly mold itself together to where everything finally makes sense. All great stories have an ending. Some great stories ruin themselves by dragging on too long. And as much as I want to see Aether continue, I do not want to see the Aether story get dragged into the dirt, and neither should anybody. These crews have been through so much, and we're a community blessed with not only next level story, but next level storytelling. And if we don't get the definite ending from these awesome storytellers, we're going to miss the most emotional part of the story, or at the very least it will be watered down by the thought in your head like, oh, there's going to be more, there could be another, this could continue because they said that. And I don't think that we should miss out on that emotional moment, or that it should be watered down by any means. Now, these characters, this game mode, and this story have seriously been such a huge part of my life, since I was camping the corner on Noct, to getting wrecked by the Avogadro on transit, to even sending the Avogadro to transit by myself. I have loved soaking into the story, but after 10 years, I just think it's time that these boys, they deserve a fair ending for themselves. Even though I'd personally love it anyways, I just don't think that putting another crew into the Aether storyline is going to be fair for Primus, Ultimus, and Victus, who have spent 10 years making this story what it is today. Now again, I do know this is a hypothetical situation and it may not go down like this, but if the pattern continues that we've seen in the past, then this is definitely more than likely is what's going to happen. And again, I just do not want to see that happen to this story. If you guys enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. I'll be seeing you guys in another stream or a video here soon. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this whole situation. And you guys make sure to have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.